So what made you decide you wanted to hire a personal trainer?
That's a good question, Stacia. For me, I think it was something that was sort of a long time coming. I've never really been a very active person. I danced when I was younger, and I did ballet, so I was sort of active, but I was never into sports. I just never was athletic. So when I decided that I wanted to get in shape, I knew that I needed somebody to come along beside me and help me along my fitness journey. And I knew I needed accountability, because if I didn't have somebody that I was accountable to, I wouldn't do it, or I would go way overboard and do too much and kind of risk being unhealthy with how much I was going to be doing. So I needed somebody that said, here, this is our plan. This is what you're going to be doing every day. Every week we're going to work on, whatever part of your fitness journey, and that's kind of what I needed. So that's why I decided to get a personal trainer, and I reached out to you.
Okay. So do you feel like you got all that from our time together?
Yeah, and more.
Okay.
I think I was originally thinking it was just going to be straight up just exercising and just working on physically how I was going to be feeling, but we also delved into the nutritional aspect of it and my diet, which I know for a lot of people who have personal trainers, they don't have that aspect. It's usually just strictly, we're going to work on cardio and strength training. It's not really so much other aspects of healthy living and weight loss, which is, I think, what we really did. We looked into really all the aspects of my life that would affect my fitness journey.
So just add a little bit at a time to kind of...
Yeah. And that was good. It was a gradual change. It wasn't all at once.
Yeah, because that's a little bit harder to maintain
when it's all of a sudden on top of working out 5 days a week, it's also like completely changing what you're eating. So I'm glad that we did it gradually, because we introduced it, one thing at a time. Now it's kind of like second nature for me in a lot of ways. So it's really good.
So how did you feel physically before you started this?
Well, it's funny because I don't think I ever really realized how sluggish I actually was until I started working out and eating healthy. Mm-hmm. I think for me that was just normal to always kind of get that 2 o'clock tired feeling, and we would go on long walks, and I would get really tired, and I would get really out of breath and winded. And I kind of just chalked that up to that's normal. That's how a lot of people are. And then when I started working out, it was a complete difference. I was sleeping better. I had a lot more energy. I wouldn't get tired when I was sitting at my desk at work, which I would before. I would always get tired around 2 or 3 o'clock. And I wouldn't get as bloated. Like I would get bloated before with different foods I'd be eating, and I wouldn't feel like that. Mm-hmm. So that didn't all happen at once. That also was a gradual change as I started introducing more and more healthy choices and healthy habits into my lifestyle. But I remember after a few months, I could do things that I couldn't do 3 months ago, and even a month in I couldn't do things that I did the month before. So it was a big noticeable change after I kind of reflected and looked back and said, wow, look at this is how far that I've come.
So did you ever have any of them light bulb moments? Wow, I couldn't do this. I remember when you were doing those.
When I was doing, on the
equalizer,
pink, what are they?
The pull-ups.
Pull-ups, I couldn't, that was really cool. And there's some of the strength training things that we did, you would give me my at-home workouts, and I know, the first time I would do it, it would be so incredibly difficult. Mm-hmm. And then by the end of the month, I was just powering through it so much easier than 4 weeks before. Yeah. So that was really cool. I think for me, the really cool parts about it were when we would weigh in and we would take my measurements, especially those first 6 months, because there was such a significant change. Even from the month before, I was just not only losing weight but losing the fat and gaining the muscle, and that was really big for me.